Welcome back to Mission Bay in San Diego. Dick Griffin along with Steve Montgomery and Jim Hendrick as we look at the boats warming up for the final race of the day. But one boat is not out there. Let's go down to the pits. Steve Montgomery is standing by with the points leader going into this race, Dave Villwock. His Pico American Dream is not out there.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
It's time to pack her up. We're going to finally miss a heat, it looks like. But we didn't place second in any of them today, and the overhead footage said that I didn't foul anybody in the first turn, contrary to our referee. But we didn't finish second, and you know we brought it back in pieces, but it was still in first place.
So now it's Mark Tate and Smokin' Joe's in lane number 1. Mark Evans in lane 2 with Miss Budweiser. Jim Harvey Motorsports, Steve David in the center. Scott Pierce in lane 4 and Miss Bonds. Mitch Evans in the F. Geronimo in lane 5. Mike Jones and Miss Exide is on lane 6, and Ken Muscatel in Allied Computers and Applications is the trailer.
And there's the green flag. It's flying over the course as these boats take it for the final time on Mission Bay. Looking down from the Labatt Blue Eye in the sky, you can see that Smokin' Joe's has taken the lead in the lane number 1, but look at Miss Budweiser. Mark Evans on his outside.
You have to know the Pico American Dream team is pulling for the Budweiser, because if anybody but Smokin' Joe's wins this heat, then they will clinch the national championship.
So there's a little bit more riding on it as we ride along with driver Mark Tate in the Smokin' Joe's, looking at a clean course ahead of him as he hits into the turn again, hangs it out on the hook. Now remember, for these boats to be averaging over 156 miles an hour or so, they've got to be going close to 200 miles an hour on the straightaway. Miss Budweiser has not dropped back at all on Smokin' Joe's. Looking down from the helicopter, you can see he's about 2.5 to 3 boat lengths behind, and he has not been any further back since the start.
Zodiac lap speed, lap 1, 153 miles per hour. And the Miss Budweiser with Mark Evans has his work cut out for him. Being in that lane 2, it's tough to catch the leader when he's in lane 1.
And we saw the Exide going down as the camera panned over to pick up the leaders. Still Smokin' Joe's in the lead, and still that 2.5 to 3 boat length trailer spot by the Miss Budweiser. But I'll tell you what, he's closed it down just a little bit on the turn. And that's unusual, because usually the inside boat has the advantage coming out of the turn, as we see Smokin' Joe has here.
Both of these boats are hitting that water hard and dancing on the ragged edges as they come down to complete lap number 2 of 5.
Boy, this is a battle, one of the best we have had all year. Mark Evans has found the secret to the Miss Budweiser and continues to chip away. Look how he closes him down on the turn. As we said before, normally the inside boat, running less of a course, would have the advantage, but Mark Evans is putting the Budweiser up in the lead. Mark Evans, look at those boats, just about deck to deck. Mark Evans doing a great job at driving. Mark Tate on the inside of him. There you can see the Budweiser to the right of the Smokin' Joe's from inside the cockpit.
I haven't seen a race like this in over 20 years. That deck-to-deck battle at high speeds in these turbines. And the checkered flag is waiting for one of them. They're all hanging it out.
Mark Evans in the Miss Budweiser has been getting better and better in that boat each race, and he has really got the boat operating in the proper attitude. A lot of boost from the crew on the side. What a great job this guy is doing. 155 miles per hour for the Miss Budweiser on our Zodiac Sports watches.
Look at the Budweiser. He's taken over first place. Now moving to the outside was Mark Tate. He went way on the outside, so they've changed positions.
Steve David in third place in the Jim Harvey Motorsports team, but the story of this race is that boat right there, the Miss Budweiser. If Mark Evans comes across for the checkered, as he's about to do, with no problem, he will win the first race of the year for the Miss Budweiser. The crowds on both beaches going crazy as the checkered flag flies for Miss Budweiser. Mark Evans takes the boat to its first win of the year. Now doing it, he sets a new 12.5-mile record in speed of 151 miles per hour. He breaks Dave Villwock's 149-mile-per-hour record of 94, and he clinches the O'Doul's championships for the Pico.